Oh, it's all kicking off between the European Union and Hungary, as the European Commission and European Parliament are planning to defund Viktor Orban's government. Oh yes, we've heard the concept of defund the police, defund this, defund that. Now we have defund Hungary on the agenda. These people in Brussels, the European Commission, the European Parliament, the whole cabal of the gravy train lovers who invited in all these countries from the Central and East European blocs in the early 2000s, especially in 2004. They brought them in. They decided to bring them, keep them there by bribing them. And then they realized, well, it's actually not working because you're not really benefiting those countries. You're not really getting anything out of them either, apart from control. And now some of them are standing up for themselves. Poland and Hungary are two of them. They're not happy about this in Brussels. So the European Union is set to hold back 7.5 billion euros from Hungary over the rule of law violations. Just because, again, it's not for us to judge different countries' standards, but for the standards of the Western, European Union, the way Viktor Orban's government handles their own democracy and everything, a rule of law, is not meeting the requirements. Sure, I get it. But they are still technically a sovereign country. I really don't think it's the job of the European Parliament, the fake European Parliament, to go in there and tell the people of Hungary how they should run their own country. The European Parliament, of all people, have come out to say Hungary is no longer a democracy. This is according to the undemocratic European Parliament. Pot kettle, Brussels. I mean, who are you to talk about democracy when your chamber is not democratic? It goes back to, as we said, especially in 2004, when the European Union welcomed 10 new members. And you had Cyprus, you actually had Poland and Hungary, and Malta, many others who joined at that time. And then you had the clash the next year, following year, between Tony Blair and Nigel Farage. And there's a very famous clip on YouTube. In case you remember, it all became about this issue, and Nigel Farage was trying to give us a warning. Nobody listened.
Why should British taxpayers pay for new sewers in Budapest, for a new underground system in Warsaw, when our own public services are crumbling in London? Why should we pay? Why should we pay a penny piece into an organisation whose accounts have not been signed off by the auditors for the last 11 years in a row?
Yes, why should we? He was absolutely spot on. But then, when Tony Blair would stand up and his rebuttal is filled with arrogance, entitlement, and with a smug face, and of course the liberal elite, the metropolitan liberal elite, as we always joke about, love it because they say, oh, he's a great speaker, he's a great debater. They don't listen to the content of his idiotic speech. Watch this.
This is the year 2005. This is the year 2005, not 1945. We're not fighting each other anymore. These are our partners, they're our colleagues, and our future lies in Europe.
Okay, these are our friends, these are allies, these are our neighbours, and that applies to the rest of the European continent. Okay, sure. What happened then? The Greeks and the Germans hate each other now because of the 2008, 2010, 2011 chaos. You've got the Portuguese having a problem with Brussels. You got France having an issue with us. France also having an issue with Brussels. Germany were penalised by the European Commission. You got Northern Ireland, you got the Republic of Ireland, who are penalised on tax policies, and they completely kicked off. You got Hungary and Poland being punished, and they are rebelling against the other countries in Europe. And you had absolute chaos when you say partners and allies, even neighbours, even post-Brexit, how the European Union treated us over the contracts with AstraZeneca and Pfizer and everything else, and the fisheries, and the border security, and of course, the Irish border. So what happened to that peace that you talk about? What happened to that unity, that you all love each other? It was all based on a lie, because people like Tony Blair sit on a throne of lies. That's the reality. Now, we're going to tell the truth on this channel, as usual, with your support, of course. So we're going to come back in half an hour. We're going to tell you about the absolute chaos that is the Labour Party, Sir Keir Starmer's Labour Party. So subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi and we are the media.